Good afternoon, everyone. We've had a quite interesting day across the area. In Starkville, we had showers and thunderstorms this morning. However, right now we are in the clear. We do have some showers and thunderstorms in North Mississippi, and also starting to see some showers and thunderstorms in Northeast Arkansas. Well, I came here online to tell you about the thunderstorm warning for um, Phillips County, but that has since expired as it's has weakened some. It was a little bit more intense recently, but we also have a thunderstorm in Izard County, Fulton County, and Baxter counties in Northeast Arkansas. This storm can be producing um, hail and damaging winds in excess of 60 miles an hour. Let me go to the warnings here. The operator indicated a severe thunderstorm warning capable of producing damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. This storm was located 3 miles east of Advance or 14 miles south of Mountain Home, moving east at 60 miles per hour. So let me take you down to turn off the radar here. And let's see. So as you can see, this here is Mountain Home and Izard counties right in here, or Mountain Home and Baxter County, excuse me, Izard County and Fulton County. This storm is in the direction of Norfolk, Salesville, Merricliff, and later on into Viola and Bakersfield. It will probably pass to the north of Salem, also to the south of Mountain Home, south into the east at that matter. But either which way, you will probably see some rain. As in for this storm will probably be producing some sort of hail. Let me look at some of the graphics here. Let me make sure there's no rotation with this storm as of yet. This is what I want to look at, the possibility of hail. And as you can see, there is the possibility of a large hail core right in here, just to the west of Norfolk. Let me look at one of the dual polarization things. As you can see, it is picking up well, even though it was to the west of Norfolk in the past one. That one was kind of that one was a little bit delayed because it had that particular one uses does more analysis of the entire storm, so it's about 5 minutes or so off. This one's more live. This was was taking at last update was 4:15, so this was just under a minute. This is just under a minute ago, a minute or two ago, and right there is the hail core. Mountain Home, you might actually be affected some by this, but the main areas that will be affected will be Saleville, Briarcliff, and up through. We got another. It's a flood warning for Lee County, Mississippi. Up through this Izard County and into Fulton counties. But let me put this certain radar into motion here, so you can just see the transition from the hail core. As you see, this storm has intensified some since the warning was issued. Let me go ahead and just do it frame by frame. See here, this was at 4:03. Starting hail core just south, or just south and west, or south of Norfolk, and west of Calico Rock in southern Baxter County. This would soon then almost seems exponentiate. How do you pronounce that word? exponentiate. I can't pronounce the words today. Either which way, this did intensify a few minutes later as it approached Norfolk, and now it is over Salesville and Briar Cliff. Let me go back into this, and as you can see, this is the area which we're most concerned about, especially west of Norfolk and Salesville and Briar Cliff. All this area in here is where we're going to see the most damage with this storm. The one thing, sure, the hail can be most damaging as well as the winds. Some people forget that wind damage and hail damage are very important in the storms, or that they can be substantial within the storms. Some people, I think, have gotten too big on the idea of the tornadoes being the big things, but wind and hail can be just as damaging and as destructive, and they often happen more often. Well, let's take a wider look. As you can see, we have some scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout central Arkansas, going over to northeast Arkansas and west Tennessee. We have substantial rain across the area. I want to just turn on the hour surface by hour. As you can see, that 1 to 2 inches anywhere from Tyronza over to let's see. Let me get some of these towns on here. From Marktree over to Dice and Tyronza, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches per hour locally. But let's look over here in North Mississippi near the New Albany area. Very substantial rain there, anywhere from 1 to, let's see, look at that. That's nearly 1 to 4 inches per hour, and you can see there's flood warnings associated with this all across extreme North Mississippi and extreme south parts of West Tennessee, and which is not necessarily good this time of year. I also want to take a short break from our weather here and look back here what we have in Oklahoma. Let's see what radar will be good here. We could use this radar, or no, we can't use this. We're not going to use that radar. Let's go ahead. That one's a good radar site too. I want to go and use this radar. There's just a tornado warning, not for us in our area, but this is in another area. It is for Choctaw and Pushmataha County in Oklahoma. A tornado warning was issued at 4:11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The severe thunderstorm with a strong low-level rotation that could produce a tornado at any time was located near Messer and was moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazard to tornado and baseball-size hail. Now, if I can just put this, see the reflectivity on, as you can see, this is not a good radar site. Here we are. Just this rotation as it goes into the radar in Oklahoma City and away from the radar, providing that rotation in that area. And let's see any of the areas going to be affected by this, and see if I can. So places like Raton, Oklahoma will be. It needs to be already in your tornado safe spot. This will continue up to the north and east, affecting people west of Smithville, south of Albin, south and west of Clayton, south and east of Clayton. Excuse me. We do have another This severe weather statement actually, and a severe thunderstorm that is associated with that storm as well. We also have a new thunderstorm warning for more people in Arkansas. And as you, let's see, thunderstorm warning until 5 for this storm right here. Actually, that storm, is that rotating a bit? Let's go ahead. I'm going to go back to that storm near Mountain Home. Okay, as you can see, the hail core now is strengthening around Briar Cliff. It has strengthened a whole lot more since we last saw. Absolutely amazing. Well, in a weird meteorological in a weird meteorological sense. Okay. My warnings have been thrown off. I have to go back to the Little Rock radar. Can I not go back to Little Rock? There we are. Okay, let's go back to this warning. Let me see if I can pull up the warning on here. Okay. For some reason, my warnings are not updating on my little screen. But any which way, turn the cities back on. It's now passing to the north of Briar Cliff. We'll be heading across the state line soon into Bakersville and into, see what county that is. To the north, it would be Ozark and Howell County. Now let's just take a look again at this dual polarization radar. You can see it's picking up on some of it right in here in this green and yellow area, but other than that, so far so good. We're not really seeing that any way of tornadoes just yet in our area, but that will probably soon change. Oh, actually, I say that now I can see possible rotation with this storm. So this can now be actually, as this probably will continue to strengthen, we could actually see a tornado warning issued for, let's say, Baxter County in Arkansas, as well as Ozark and Howell County in counties in Missouri. This is causing some rotation. Oh, let's say it's east of Mountain Home, north of Briar Cliff, and south of Bakersville. This is getting some strong rotation. I actually first started noticing that when I turned it on differential reflectivity one of the month and saw, it was like, I was just really curious because as this approaches zero, that increases the chance of seeing some severe weather, as in tornadoes, that is. So the National Weather Service in Little Rock will probably issue a tornado warning here soon, I would suspect. So let me turn it on back to radar right quick. See any which way, but the strong wind out ahead of this storm, not really intense right now. As you see, the wind coming out of the south here would be kind of bowing it out a little bit, but really not that much in a way of bowing out. We'll watch that storm right quick. I want to go ahead and go over to this storm. Let's see, is that in Russellville? Let's see. I don't see. See, this severe thunderstorm is issued for, see, Logan, Montgomery, Polk, Scott, and Yale counties in Arkansas. this storm, especially, I think they're mostly paying attention to this area in the south part, north of Odin, heading to the northeast. Let's see. This will continue a northward track into, let's see, I think that's, what county is that? Into Yell County. Could affect the Blue Mountain area as well as Havana, Danville, that is in this watch area right now. Later on, London, Dover, y'all could be, you guys could be affected. Looking at base velocity right now, this is not, well, I say it's not rotating, but I'm curious about this area, and that needs to be kept an eye on. Let's look at this in a sense of seeing if there is any hail within this storm. You can see some minor hail spots, not as intense as some of the other ones we have seen in some of the thunderstorm warnings in North Mississippi today. But either which way, those could intensify. We'll take a look at differential reflectivity. Not seeing anything that I have my eye on, of course, near Odin. That's what I'm going to keep my eye on currently. And as you can see, it's correlation coefficient is picking up on some of that hail north and west of Odin. Taking it back to base reflectivity, you can see there's some, I want to say there's some possible, let's see, is there, look at, it's picking up, there could be some light rotation, so people north of Odin, Arkansas, people from anywhere from there to Havana, they need to keep an eye on this storm, as it could strengthen and pose a tornado warning. So people, if you know anybody in Yell County, in Arkansas, or as well as eastern Scott County, you need to give them a call or whatnot and tell them to be aware of the weather in the area, as this could be eventually turned, if it intensifies, it could cause a tornado. Let's see if they've done anything with this this up here. I'm going to take a look and see if this is strengthened or weakened or what it has done. Let me go. I want to go take this. Yeah. Okay. Now the National Weather Service in, let's see, National Weather Service in Springfield has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Howell County and central and south central Missouri, as well as eastern Ozark County. Like I said, this storm looks like it is causing some rotation. We have this. Go ahead and turn the cities back on. This rotation is just to the south and to the west of Bakersfield, heading near Bakersfield. Probably will head just to the east or to the west of you. Let me turn this into, or put this into motion. You see, it was formed actually Bakersfield. You need to be in your tornado safe spot as this storm continues to gain in strength. I'm going to go ahead and turn the radar to this. Okay, seeing some minor lowering in that. Still picking, let's see, go back to reflectivity. Still picking up on that hail core some. Okay, that's what that's reading. It's reading that hail core right there. So it's a wave of tornado, possibly not yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if either one of those issued a tornado warning. So that's a good hail core right there. I think this radar is off a bit. Yeah, that's what when I was off. Okay. I was wondering why it was so lagged behind. I wonder. So yes, this approaching storm is just to the south of the border for you guys in Bakersville. Okay, if you just joined in, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Ozark County and as well as Howell County in South Missouri. This storm is causing a threat to some of them as a way of some rotation. We can update this. Okay, that's not updated yet, but this was causing anywhere from severe hail. Taking a look on radar, seeing some hail, the hail core just south of Bakersville, probably heading in toward Bakersville now, as this has been ever so slow. As you can see, it's good news is that it is weakening some, as you can tell from see that's 10 minutes ago till now. So that's the good news. This storm is weakening as it crosses the Arkansas border into Missouri. However, okay, they just issued another severe thunderstorm warning for, let's see here, it's for Texas County, Douglas County, as well as Howell County for this storm just to the north. See, am I still on the correct radar? Yes, I think I am. No wonder I couldn't get anything to work on this thing. I'm trying to get this radar to update some. It's being contrary right now. Let's go ahead and let that update, and let's go down to, okay, that just reminded me of the thunderstorm warning in Howell County. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning down here. Let's see, I believe that is Coahoma County in Mississippi, as well as Quitman County and Bolivar County, and looks like North Sunflower County. No, Sunflower County is not. It's the north of that county. Okay. Looking at this severe thunderstorm, you can see it's moving into, it is in the Clarksville area. There's a little strong hail core just to the south of Clarksdale that will move in north and east, affecting areas in Lambert and Marks. This large area, actually that's a hail core right here as well. That's going to move to the northeast, affecting people in Jonestown as well as Falcon. Taking a look at base velocity, right now it does not look to be rotating. That is a good sign. Let's go ahead and look and see that some of the hail cores. As you can see, these are the hail cores I was talking to you about. This storm, or actually there was another storm that went through Phillips County in Arkansas earlier. That has since gone probably to the north and to the east. But this is these large hail cores. Very impressive, I think, today. We're going to see a lot of these today as the day progresses. But let's go ahead and look. Let's see from this. That's really not picking up on a lot either. So this storm, the main threats of this storm will probably be the winds and some hail. This storm, let's go ahead and go back to this storm in South Missouri. Taking after the storm, this storm just in the north Howell County. It is showing some intensity, and people in Willow Springs need to be paying attention to this. This storm looks to be causing some large hail. Looking at velocity, see some minor rotation in that storm as well. Okay, the good news with these two storms are that the rotation in the Bakersfield cell has weakened. That is a good sign. Looking at this, we can also see the hail is see if it's intensifying some. Let's put this into motion. As you can see, Bakersfield cell, as you can tell, has weakened some, but the storm that is approaching Willow Springs, Missouri has indeed intensified. So people in Willow Springs, people up in Houston and Salem need to be taking this storm very seriously, as well as these large hail and damaging winds can be just as bad, just as severe as tornadoes. Now, another thing I have noticed, or people have been posting on social media, is flooding. Flooding needs to be more taken aware of. And looking at this, these storms are not necessarily causing a lot of flooding per hour, but a lot of these storms are causing a major flooding threat. As you can see, this storm over near Yale County is already causing rain within an inch per hour. Go ahead and look at the total rainfall. Let's see, not much in total rainfall. Look at this storm total rainfall. It's not much. Let's go ahead and look at the one in here. As you can see, we've already seen a substantial rainfall throughout the Memphis area. Anywhere from 1 to 6 inches of rain have been estimated on radar, especially here in up in DeSoto County. Absolutely. Flooding is very serious. As you see in this thunderstorm, it's causing roughly an inch of rain per hour. Let's take a look at the cell near. This was in the New Albany area. Let's see, is this storm still? Yeah, this moving. This storm has just moved to the east of New Albany and is causing some rain now in Baldwin, Guntown, over in Belmont, and so forth. Let's go ahead and look at the hour rainfall. As you can see, anywhere from 1 to 2 to 2.5 inches per hour. This area of Mississippi is roughly hilly, so it's not going to be as bad if it was flatlands. But either which way, a lot of rain in this area. As you see from storm total estimates, anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of rainfall have occurred. You've also seen some flooding in Oktibbeha County, as well as Clay and Lowndes County as well. Some flooding. I guess that would be from the what river is that runs in that area? The Tombigbee River system. So that was issued in this area. See. They have extended the warning in just to the north of Russellville. Let us go back to that cell. Let's go back to that cell. As you can see, just that storm is actually that's a difference. That's that northern cell that I was talking to you about that is causing a threat to them. Let me go ahead and put that full screen. This was actually that cell to the north that I was concerned about. Turning on base velocity, as you can see, there's some small rotation within that storm. Not necessarily, I wouldn't say it's not unimportant right now, but it is a thing to keep our eye on within the last hour. This really hasn't caused much in the way, anywhere probably about an inch per hour. Flooding, minimal. Let's look at the enhanced. Probably seeing some hail within this storm, a little bit stronger than this one to the south of it. Is that one actually weakening in the south? Let's look back a slide or two. It's a little bit weak. It's weakening a little bit. This one is actually just more intensifying more. But okay, with that warning being issued, is that in my viewing area? Actually, I don't think it is. No, Van Buren County, as far as mine is, that will it's just north of Havana. That will affect the Knoxville area. In let's see, that is in Jefferson County in Arkansas. This will also move to the north of Russellville, affecting areas near London and Dover. This is in Jefferson and Pope County in Arkansas. Let's go back and take a look to the north. Go back to these two cells that are now both in Missouri. These are in Ozark counties, Howell, and Texas County. These have had the history of producing hail, as well as had some rotation with this storm. This storm is rotating north of Bakersville. West Plains, looks like you will be in the clear. Some people that are west of West Plains could be affected by this. Willow Springs, you're probably seeing some slight rotation in that storm just to the north of you. You look, actually, is that? Yeah, this is this hail core right here, just north of Willow Springs, as well as the hail core within just to the north of Bakersville. This will continue off to the north into the east, affecting Willow Springs. West Plains, you are probably get the tail end of this storm, not necessarily the severe part, but let's take a look and see if we have any more warnings. That's the only two warnings that we have in Mississippi right now. They still have the tornado warning within this county in Oklahoma. This is for Pushmataha County in Oklahoma. This is in the eastern part of the state. This is not as rotating as. Let's see, let me turn this. Yeah, this radar. This radar has a bit better vantage point in this case. You can see that these winds coming towards the radar and away from the radar. This storm is moving off to the north and east. Very rural area, it seems like in here. Happening anywhere north of Smithville, south of Heavener as well. To the north, right now the rotation is to the north and to the east of Ratton, south of Clayton, south of Albin. Moving off to the northeast, this will be going, I'm not really sure what counties are in this area, but should be. Let me take a look at some other parameters of the storm. As you can see, that's causing a lots of large hail. Let's see. It's really not picking up on that much. Okay, I want to take a look at something here. I'm going to look at this area right here. Let's turn that on. That's interesting. Yeah, that interests me. And there's the rotation within this storm right in here. So I want to go offline here. I want to take my head off here. Hide from broadcast. As you can see here, this storm is rotating. I'm looking at an area with one of the duopole systems as well. Comparing those two, this is differential reflectivity. I'm trying to see if there's any sign that this could be tornadic other than the fact that the National Weather Service has had it. See, I'm going to just, for kicks and giggles, I'm going to look at the rain. And as you can see, this is, again, what we're going to see a lot of today. Let me get this off. Rainfall. Significant rainfall in these areas of storms, causing anywhere from, see, this is probably 1 to 2.5 inches of rain per hour. Definitely not the best day for outdoor activities. Be careful as you meander out. Let's see if there is any more updates across this area. I want to take a slight look on social media. Let's see, I don't have any. Only two things in my network is Howell County, and that's going to move out of Howell County. So I'm going to take a break here, and eventually I'm going to go ahead and just update you guys on this storm in Howell County. See, it's still causing some rotation within this storm, so make sure you're in your make sure you're inside, away from windows. This storm is not under a tornado warning, but I would definitely be in your tornado safe spot with this storm. This storm is probably causing some damaging winds right now. It's showing some signs of rotation, so I would do, even though the National Weather Service has not issued a tornado warning for this, I would definitely get in your tornado safe spot for this particular storm. And this storm is located just to the north of Bakersfield, west or south and west of West Plains, heading to the northeast, going to affect people west of West Plains, and as well as Willow Springs, so are all in the path of this storm. Like I said, you want to get away from windows, try to get yourself into an exterior, an interior room away from windows and away from any outside walls. So this storm is causing I would not be surprised if the National Weather Service in Springfield would issue a tornado warning with this. I wish they would. This is very severe. As you can see in base velocity, you can see this rotation. I'm going to put a circle around it. You have winds. Excuse me. Got winds going. Got winds going towards the radar here and away from the radar here, as well as looking at differential reflectivity. It's not really showing a lot. That's probably why they haven't issued one. If this was showing more near zero, more zero values in this area, they would probably issue a tornado warning for this area. I would not be surprised if they would. As you can see, they're still picking up on the hail core. So if you are west of West Plains or anywhere northwest Plains over to Willow Springs in Mississippi, you need to probably be in your tornado safe spot, as this is causing a possible tornado, because this is that's what I would do. I would be in your tornado safe spot in that area. I'm really surprised that it's taken them this long. Let me go ahead and sometimes this is a little slow. I want to go ahead and look on social media and such and see if the National Weather Service has changed the warnings. Was trying to work on the forecast for North Mississippi when these warnings started coming, so I went ahead and already had my stuff online, so I just went online. Let's see. Well, was going to post stuff about that thunderstorm warning that you see on your screen. I was going to send stuff to that, but evidently I'm not now. Let's see. I'm looking at. I could probably see if I can change. Let's see. I want to make this smaller. Let's see, I want to do photo share screen. Let's see. I want to share. What do I want to share? Not desktop 2. Let's go ahead and share desktop 1. Let's see. Let's look at some of the. See what is all on. See if there's any mentions of this storm. I can't believe I don't have Missouri on here yet. That's a wind advisory for LaFleur County, Missouri. You see if I pull up some of the stream in Missouri, see if there's any. Well, hashtag Mo weather. Okay. See, I think the latest on this storm is the still continued thunderstorm in Howell County. Severe thunderstorm warning, Douglas, Howell, Ozark, Shannon, and Texas County. Shannon, yep. This storm, we can go back to. I'm going to go back here to radar soon. Let's take a look at some of the Facebook stuff and see if there's anything else. Yep, that's the only thing right now is a severe thunderstorm warning for Howell County. I want to take you back, if I can find you, okay. I'm going to take you back to radar scope and show you what I'm talking about. This area here, it's now in central Howell County, causing a possible tornado threat actually. Have this area right in here. This is where I'm most concerned about. Let me go ahead. I want to see if I can tell you some more area or more towns in that area. This radar scope doesn't do a good job at trying the smaller communities. So Odin and Pomona, just to the north of West Plains, you are in the line of this storm. This area in here is mostly in the Mark Twain National Forest, so that's why there's no cities in that area. But eventually this storm will be affecting the Willow Springs and Mountain View area in Missouri. Not to get that confused with Mountain Springs or Mountain View, Arkansas. So let's go ahead and go back out and look at any of the other updates. They have go to warnings here, and let's go back to Mississippi. They have extended that thunderstorm warning into, what county is that? That is Panola County, so it could be affecting the areas west of Batesville. Right now, it's now passing through Clarksdale. It's past Clarksdale, Jones, and this is on a line from Tutwiler, Jonestown, Helena, West Helena, seeing a part of this storm. Lambert, you haven't seen the worst of it yet, and the worst is yet to come, as well as Marks. The good thing with this storm is that it is not rotating. The other storms, like in South Missouri, we've seen some rotation. With this storm, I haven't seen any rotation with it yet, but that's not to say it could intensify later on. But let's see, look at the rain. This is the rainfall per hour, anywhere from 1 to almost 2 inches of rain per hour. Looking at stormfall totals from today on, very, very flooding in this area. And this area in here is mostly farmland, I do believe. So anywhere from 2 to 4 inches so far. So definitely the flood risk with these storms in the next several days will be indeed probably the most impact if we don't see anything else in the way of tornadoes. Hopefully they won't be as severe, but definitely the flooding will be severe. This is Woodruff County, a tornado watch. It's continually warning me about the tornado watch in Arkansas. I wonder if that has been extended yet. Let me go ahead and go look at National Weather Service and see if they have extended that tornado watch yet. And sorry, I don't have my eyes directly on y'all, because I have my computer screen right here, and my computer screen is usually over there, but I decided to move my TV screen over here so I can sit down, work on my computer, watch the radar, and so I could get all my radars and live this directly onto YouTube. But either which way, the tornado watch is for most of Arkansas, excluding areas in eastern Arkansas that are a part of the National Weather Service Memphis. So that's probably most of my viewing area that's in eastern Arkansas is probably the ones that are not under them. But each way, it's probably going to continue on to. They'll probably extend this watch within the next few hours or so. Let us see if I can find my mouse. See if I see anything new on local. See, Mississippi. See if there's any updates. I'm not really seeing anything on Facebook right now. Okay. This is a tweet from the National Weather Service in Tulsa. The situation is getting serious across extreme southeast Oklahoma and will be soon in central Arkansas. Be aware of that. I was hoping that was going to be something more interesting. But obviously, people need to take this take this seriously, because this is going to be pretty substantial. I'm looking. This is. We'll go ahead and switch you guys over back to me. Or not to me, but to going to switch you to my desktop. And I'm going to go to this. This is from Fox 16 in Little Rock. As you can see, the Storm Prediction Center has Arkansas under high risk, especially in south central Arkansas, anywhere from Little Rock down to Camden, up to Arkadelphia, Hot Springs, Russellville, Fort Smith, Mena, all in the high risk. And for the moderate risk zone, Jonesboro, you're not actually in this moderate risk zone. I think some others do have you under moderate risk, but areas from Mountain Home over to Newport, down into Phillips County, down into near Monticello, El Dorado, Texarkana, Fort Smith, people in northwest Arkansas, Fayetteville, Bentonville area, all under moderate risk, and a slight risk includes that's our Jonesboro, Memphis, and all that area. We'll probably see more of a line of severe weather tonight, tomorrow, and then again, Mississippi. I've looked at y'all's weather for a while now, and it's looking more towards Monday night into Tuesday is when we're going to see our severe weather. But either which way, make sure you're paying attention to local weather around the area. Or let's see, National Weather Service. Okay, that's what I was working on before I was interrupted with. Let's see, where did y'all guys go? Oh, here you are. Take you back to radar scope. Ah, we have a tornado warning now. Fun. Oh, sorry, that's not supposed to be fun, but not for the not looking at. This is the This is gonna be bad right here. Okay, there is a tornado warning for Johnson, Logan, Pope, and Yale counties in Arkansas. The National Weather Service has issued this, and Little Rock has issued this until 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 4:58, National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. This severe storm was located 10 miles west of Mount Nebo State Park, or 12 miles north of Danville. Doppler radar showed this severe storm was moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Locations in the path of this dangerous storm include Russellville, Tarl, Piney Bay Recreational Area, Mount Nebo State Park, London, Lake Darnell State Park, Lake Darnell, Knoxville, Holman, Dover, Darnell, Lock and Dam, Cabin Creek Recreational Area, Piney, New Blaine, Lutherville, Gumlog, Delaware, and Augsboro, excuse me. Looking at this storm right now, you're starting to see a hook echo here. This is really not good. And I say that if I can get my tools out here, get my drawing thing on, as you can see, this area right in here, especially this area. Let me redraw this. You can see this area that is showing a hook right in here with a possible tornado. Now I'm going to put a little circle around this hook and look at other parameters of this storm. I'll change it over to velocity. As you can see, some tightening rotation with this storm. Going to be affecting London, Knoxville, Dover. This is probably going to pass right to the north of Russellville, but London, you're probably going to be under the gun between London and Knoxville. This is really close to I-40 right now. Let me go get my map out here and give you some more roads of where this is located at. I need better software. Let's see. Or I just need a job on TV one or two, so I can play with the new software. Oh, we also got another tornado warning, as well as these are two storms. One's to the north, one's to the south. I want to go ahead and change this to Little Rock radar. It is on Little Rock radar. That's really strange that they're issuing it this early. You can see, oh my gosh, some tight rotation within these two cells. Go ahead and, so this storm is just to the south of the other one. This is for Yell County. Yell County, a tornado warning at 5:04. National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. This severe thunderstorm was located near Forche Valley, or 11 miles southwest of Danville, moving to the northeast at 45 miles per hour. Danville, Plainview, Petit Jean River, a wildlife management area. Ola, Mount Nebo State Park, Mosley, Forche Valley. Wing, let's see, that's Wall Track, Rover, Ranger, Mount George, Macedonia, Kingston, Corinth, Centralville, Biggsville, all in the path of this storm. This is looking at radar again. As you can see, these two storms are well defined. Oh my, this is probably some of the best radar data I have seen in quite some time. As you can see, this storm, very, very tight rotation, about to cross I-40. In this area of I-40, you have Lake Dardanelle, of course, I-40. This is in between London and Knoxville, heading to the northeast. So State Road 33, State Road is going to be in the path of the storm near Dover. See, near Dover, the road that runs through Dover is Highway 7. Also, Highway 164 is also in the path of this storm, as well as, let's see, that's Dover. You need to take cover immediately. The storm is moving to the north and is moving to the east or west of you, and will be affecting you soon. Anybody that State Highway 333, this is going to pass directly over you. So let me go ahead and outline what I was doing before I distracted myself. It's going to be the fun part of this. Is probably going to be the most difficult part for me, trying to come up with words to say on here. So I might as well start early and get some practice time in. So these two areas, the southern storm is near about to the south. The rotation of most concern is to the south of Dardanelle right now. Let's see if there's any Dardanelle. So that is probably near Wing, Rover. Let's see, that's where it is right now, over Wing and Rover. And this is in, let's see, a lot of this area is national reserve or national forest. In this area, really not highly populated, but cities like these cities like you see on your screen, like Danville, Plainview, and Russellville, are moderately populated. So if you have anybody in that area, let me give you some roads right now. A road I'm showing to be Highway 27, Highway 28, Highway 10, Highway 7 again, Highway 154, all in the path of this storm. Now this storm has moved, so I'm going to have to redraw my circles. This storm near London, oh my gosh. This it reminds me a lot of the Kosciuszko storm. Let's see, we have, and it's the same thing in Howell County. So I'm now going to look. It's now crossing I-40. So this is. Let me see if there's any. I'm just going to take a look at some of the radar imagery. Oh my gosh! Oh, I really do believe this tornado, especially in the northern cell, is on the ground. So if you're in the Russellville area, anywhere around Russellville, especially on I-40, you need to pull off to the side of the road. This storm is located near Knoxville and London. This is crossing over I-40. This is, I want to say, it's almost a tornado emergency. That's how bad it is. If anybody's on that road, it is, oh my gosh. Looking at, you probably can't see this, can you? It would help if I would come over here and share this with you. But this computer is being cantankerous, I guess. This is absolutely the most, see, as you can see, it's crossing I-40, very low differential reflectivity, which is suggesting a possible tornado on the ground crossing over I-40. That will be heading into, let's see, it's really not in the location of anywhere except Knoxville and London. So if you're on road, anybody or know anybody that is located on State Highway 333 north of London and west of Dover, they need to be in their tornado safe spot immediately. This is absolutely, well, to a meteorologist, this is absolutely, I mean, the science of it is exciting for me, but at the same time, it's devastating to see the loss of human life, and it's just, I would love to be, I would like to be chasing this storm right now, and two, oh my gosh, I hope that everybody's okay with this storm, because this is, well, the good news with that storm is it appears to be weakening some, but still has a very nice echo on this storm. As you see, this storm has weakened some. That is a good thing. You see, but as you look at radar, you can see a really defined area, which could possibly mean a tornado on the ground, as well as this area down south of Danville. People in Danville need to be in their tornado safe spot immediately. This will move off to the north and to the east, affecting eventually Dardanelle. Pleasant View will be it's just going to pass to the south of you, as well as Ola. Is there any other cities within this area? Let's see, Mount George, you're in the path of this storm, as well as Centerville. Eventually, Dardanelle, you'll be in the center part of the storm, even possibly near Ranger. These is all located near Highway 10, Highway 7, Highway 154, and Highway 27. With this northern storm, this I-40 runs through that area, as well as Highway 333. And that runs to Dover. Looking at differential reflectivity, you can see very, very tight, near zero marks with this northern storm on I-40. Absolutely devastating to see. The good news is that it doesn't. If there is a tornado on the ground, it is not picking a lot of stuff, or because this would be catching it. So that is good news. But either which way, I wonder if this could suggest tornado here, tornado here. Either which way, very strong rotation. That the strongest rotation I have seen so far, and of course, Little Rock radar would slow down a little bit. Okay, we got a recent radar update. The good news is that the hook is not as well defined. Okay, we have a tornado warning issued for Panola County in Mississippi that will be affecting the Batesville area. Let me change it to Memphis radar. I'm going to quickly tap this on Twitter right quick. This is for Katoma, Panola, Quitman counties in Mississippi. Tornado warning until let me view this alert until 4 o'clock. Or it's not 4 o'clock. No, it's 6 o'clock. Until 6 o'clock. Go ahead and post this to my social media. Oops. Tornado. Okay, if you just joined us, there is a tornado warning for Panola County in northern Mississippi, as well as Quitman, and the other county was Coahoma County in northwestern Mississippi. We've been tracking this storm throughout the day. I was on live here talking about this storm as it was a severe thunderstorm, but now evidently Memphis National Weather Service has been now calling this a possible tornado warning. Go ahead and look at radar, because I'm not really getting a sure sign of what's going on here. But as you look at, see this, I want to tell you some of the locations. Locations of the warning included but not limited to Batesville. That's really helpful. This warning also includes areas near Moon Lake. So this is a really rural area. Well, in some sort of sense, but this is the area I believe they're looking at. It's just the southern tip of this storm where there are winds heading into this storm, causing this little indenture here. This will be heading to the north and east, affecting Lambert, Marks. This is probably going to pass just, see, this looks like they're going to have it going this way. Sardis, Batesville, you could also be in the path of this storm. Looking from base velocity point of view, there's strong winds, but I do not know if they're rotating or not, because there's some small rotation within this storm right in here, but not a great amount. But if you go ahead here and look at radar, it is you can see a lot of rotation right here. Now going down, look at one of these other sites. it's picking up on some of the hail core, and I guess that's what they're seeing as this hail core right here. And this, let me go ahead and take that little circle off. As you can see, a lot of all these yellows and greens right here, and this little red dot right in the middle. That, I believe, is where they're considering to be a tornado warning, or a possible tornado. So this will be heading off to the northeast, will affecting areas or affecting people in Lambert, Marks. So let me go ahead and give you some highways in this area. So see, Lambert and Marks, that's on Highway 49. This Highway 49 is in the path of this storm. Let's see, this is Lambert, Marks, Highway 322, and it's going to eventually cross over Highway 278 and Highway 3. See, anywhere else in this storm? Let's see. Belton area is also in the path of this storm, as well as Lambert, Marks. Curtis Station is also in the path. The storm is see Falcon is off to the. So Curtis Station, Marks, Lambert, all in the path of the storm. Highways include Highway 40. No, that's not Highway 49. Excuse me. That is Highway 3 that runs through Lambert and Marks. Highway 322 is also a highway that runs from Lambert to Clarksdale, as well as Highway 278 that runs from Clarksdale to Bentonville, or not Bentonville, Batesville, are all in the path of this storm. There's also this is a severe thunderstorm warning for Shannon. Go ahead and post this right quick, and I will be right back to you in a few seconds. Okay, if you just joined us, we're following this tornado warning that is in, let's see, Quitman County, Panola County, as well as Coahoma County. This storm has moved out of Coahoma County right now and is affecting Quitman, and eventually will cross over into Panola County. Looks like from where I last saw this storm, it looks to be weakening just a bit. We're still seeing this strong area, not necessarily rotation, but very strong winds in this storm. This is also in the upper atmosphere as well. This is about 2 kilometers up in sight of the radar. Absolutely strong winds. Looking at this from the storm velocity level, I'm actually seeing the rotation now. Wasn't really seeing it earlier. This little area right here is where I believe they're seeing the rotation. So anywhere people, Lambert, Marks, need to be in your tornado safe spots. Eventually out to Como and Sardis need to be in your tornado safe spots, as well as people in Curtis Station, people on the anywhere on Highway 278 from Marks to Batesville, as well as people on Highway 3 in Lambert. These areas are on alert right now as this possible tornado is affecting the area. Now let's just look at the rainfall amounts from this. As you can see, there is a ton of rain per hour, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches per hour with the storm. Very substantial rainfall. Looking, this is at just at the hail alone. This is probably about five or so minutes behind us. This is probably more than that. But this is by far the largest hail core I've seen today. It is now just crossing over. I want to go ahead and I want to look. This one's probably a little off, but I want to change this over to this. You can see this is the area I am most concerned about. This is where that large hail. You see this where we looked at earlier. This high res picture is showing the hail core to be right over Lambert. Looking at this, okay, I see where they're seeing where the tornado is now. Right in here in the Lambert, right over Lambert. All these reds right here, and then this little sliver of red that appears. That's probably where the impacts are going to be most severe. In that area. Let me look at base reflectivity, see if I can see anything. I'm really not seeing that much. Maybe this area right here, that's where I'm going to suggest where the rotation of the storm is affecting people in Lambert right now, people in Marks, as well as what was that place called? Curtis Station. Are in the line of this severe storm. This will be eventually crossing into Panola County. Let me go ahead and look at radar again. Okay, I see it now. A bit more defined. Just right to the south, it looks of Lambert right now. You see this hail core right now is right over Marks. So just continue to move off to the northeast. So flash flood warning for Benton County in Mississippi. Looking at this, you can see right here where the possible tornado is. Go back to this storm-related reflectivity. See if I can see anything. See toward the radar and away from the radar. So right here, that would be, let's see, about 5 minutes or so ago. You can see absolutely strong winds. This is about 2.25 kilometers up in the atmosphere, showing winds to be anywhere from, see, at lowest 35 all the way up to, I would say, 40 meters per second. Absolutely strong winds. If the tornado is not the main threat in this storm, the straight line winds definitely is, as well as the large hail. Very large hail within this storm. Very heavy. Looking at base velocity, as you see, it's just to the south of Lambert Marks. You're under the gun right now as this moves off to the north and east. Right now, you're seeing a lot of hail in Marks, but the possible tornado where I am looking at it at least is just to your south in Lambert. Let's take a look at this product again. Let's see if I can get any updates on this. This one appears. Let's go take a look. Let's just watch for this red here in this little south part of the storm. You can see it moves off to the north. And it's just right before it gets into Lambert. Right into Lambert. And now it is moved past Lambert. Go ahead and look at base velocity. See if I can see anything in that realm. You can see as this putting this into motion. Ends are in the storm. I think I'm starting to see a clearer picture where this is now. You have these winds towards the right, and you have this little dark green little niche. It's probably where the strongest area of rotation is. Let me see if I can take this out into a different. I'm actually going to tilt this to see if I can see anything in the atmosphere where it's causing them to issue a tornado warning. Ah, here we are. I can see it now. Wow. Okay, let's go. This is tilt 3. This is around 6.5 to 6 3/4 kilometers up in the atmosphere, but you can see some where they're seeing the rotation, or at least where I can see the rotation now. This is just, let me turn it back to that. This is just right over Lambert. Let me go, actually I want to go to this tilt. I like this tilt better. So this is right over Lambert right now in that area. Seeing the most severe, or the most rotation. Looking at differential reflectivity. See, I'm not really seeing much of that as of right now. Let's look at the third tilt of this. No, I'm really not seeing anything there either. Look at correlation coefficient. See a strong, some green and red, so it could be now in this area between Lambert and Marks. That area, as it continues to move off to the northeast, Curtis Station is under the gun, as well as Lambert and Marks. If you have anybody in this area, to have them take their tornado safe spot as soon as possible. In Quitman and Pinellas counties, this will be crossing into Pinellas County here soon, within the next, I would say, 15 to 30 minutes, and will be affecting people in Pinellas County. For Batesville right now, it looks like it could go to your slight west, but if you have people that live on the west side of Batesville, if you live in the northwest Batesville area, anywhere near Sardis, you might want to start paying attention to this storm. This storm is heading your way. So let's see, look at some of the roads in the line of the storm. Highway 3 that runs Lambert to Marks, as well as Highway 278 that runs from Clarksdale to Benton, or till Batesville. The road that runs from Sardis to Curtis Station over to Darling, Mississippi. That road, as well as Highway 315 that runs from Sardis to Pleasant Grove, all in the path of this storm, and this, as well as the road that runs, all in the path of this storm. Like I said, it's going to be moving into Pinellas County within the next few minutes, and we also have a thunderstorm warning now for Benton, or Van Buren County in Arkansas. I'm going to take a slight break here to put that on social media, and I'll be right back with you guys. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. I'm posting some things to social media, trying to keep up that and trying to be live at the same time. It is kind of hard, to say the least. But any which way, I'm going to update this radar right quick, see if it's changed any. You can see it has moved from Lambert and Marks, and now let's see if it's on any highways in that area. Lambert Marks, it's really just right now. It's just in between the middle of nowhere right now. It's on near the Tallahatchie River, if that makes sense. Just looking, I'm just going to look at some of the different weather products to see if I can see anything interesting. Well, this has it still right here in Lambert and Marks area. So either which way, Lambert and Marks, you still need to be in your tornado safe spot. This will eventually go into Curtis Springs. Yeah, no, Curtis Station. They are under the gun as of right now. Let's take a look back. Look at the rest of the area. Take a look at radar. Okay, absolutely. Stream radar screen. Let's look. See the area of rotation which they are looking at. Looks to be south of Marks and Lambert still. Let me look at the fourth level. See, the fourth level has it actually over. Oh, okay, I know what I think happened. I think I was on level 4 of that other one. Okay, I think it's still showing it over the Lambert Marks area. And that will be moving, I'd say, the rate of how this is moving. We've been on the air. Well, I've been on the air longer than 15 minutes ago. We came in this storm just over 15 minutes ago, and it's just moved through Lambert. So within the next 15 minutes or so, it'll move through the Marks area, and then another 15 minutes, it will move into the Curtis Station. Let's see if there's any updates on this storm. Okay, it remains in effect. Indicate a tornado located near Lambert, or 16 miles east of Clarksdale, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Locations in the warning are included but are not limited to Batesville, Cortland, Denton, Falcon, Sabin, Barksville, West Marks, Riverview, Hinchcliffe, Essex, Eureka Springs, Chapeltown, Asa, and Ballantine, Mississippi. Along with the tornado producing straight line winds and golf ball size hail. Okay, the safest place to be in a tornado, of course, the lowest level of your home is by far the best you can be. The safest part to be within the storm is to get to the lowest level of your home, interior wall, surround yourself with interior walls, most center part of your house. If you're in a trailer home or in your car, you need to abandon that and get to a more sturdier structure. This tornado, let me go ahead and look at it at a different angle. Look at the base reflectivity. I'm actually going to put this into motion right quick to see if I can see. Now pass through Lambert, and now It's just to the west, north and to the west, or north and to the east, excuse me, of Lambert. Probably going to eventually pass over the Tallahatchie River, which runs in this area right here. Getting closer, it's still in Quitman County. It's getting closer to Panola County. I'm taking a look at radar. Still, it's probably in this southerly area of this storm is where we're looking just north of Crowder in this area. Looking, let's look at just the rainfall per hour in the storm. Anywhere from 1 to 4 inches per hour. Substantial rainfall, localized flooding. Flooding is one of the biggest things we're going to see. Looking at this total rainfall right now, anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of rain so far, or 5 inches, excuse me, anywhere so far. Absolutely devastating to farmlands right now, if there's any farms in this area. Rainfall with these storms the next few days will be substantial. Looking at the hail, as you see, it's kind of it was, taking it back a slide or two, it was all clumped together, and now it has spread apart, which could mean a sign that this storm is weakening some, in a sense. You can see, I think put this into motion actually. As you can see, yep, it is breaking up. But another cell is forming right over near Lyon, heading into Jonestown. That those people there need to be paying attention to the storm. I think the National Weather Service needs to take a look at the storm too, as well. Let me go ahead and change radar views. Go back to base velocity. Okay, like I said, this is probably over the Tallahatchie River right now, heading to the northeast. Like I said, if there's not a tornado, there are very strong straight line winds. Anywhere, see the lowest of these things are 25 meters per second, all the way up to at least, I would say, 35, almost 40 meters per second. And let me see. Let me ask Siri. Siri, how much is 35 meters per second? So just to give you an example of how fast, just 35 meters per second. 35 meters per second is almost 80 miles per hour. And this storm is producing very strong winds, probably almost above exceeding 60 miles per hour, if not exceeding, let's say, 70 or even 80 miles per hour, as I can see. Switch this over to tools. This right here is about 2 kilometers. This is about 2 kilometers up into the atmosphere, causing winds anywhere from 25 all the way up to, say, 35 meters per second, which is almost 80 miles per hour. Very, very strong winds within this storm. We're also seeing signs of large hail and some slight rotation. I think what the major part of the storm is the difference in rotation in this area. You see this area right here in the blue and the white? That's the area where there is 80 mile an hour winds. And this stuff over here in the green, it's almost near zero. So I think that's the one thing they're looking at, is the strong winds blowing this way and the little light winds that could possibly cause a tornado in this case. So different wind velocities. I'm looking at this is vertical integrated liquid. Did you see? It appears to be splitting up some. Let me look at this. Okay, this thing suggests it's here, and okay, that would make sense. Let's see. Okay, they've also issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this county. Let me go ahead. I forget I can do this from here too. How about that? Let me go to warnings. Let's see, this is the severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to select this, copy this, go into my social media. But this is, they've now issued a severe thunderstorm warning for the cell right to the west of this. This was going to be in, let's see what counties those are. Coahoma County, as well as Tunica County and extreme northern Whitman County. This storm, that storm is part of one storm. I would suspect the National Weather Service would eventually issue a tornado warning for this storm, or both of these storms actually, because they are very similar in nature for the most part. This storm, or the tornado warning storm is for Quitman and Pinellas County. This storm right now is approaching the county line right now. I want to go ahead and update my Twitter and social media right quick. Try to get this out here. Absolutely strong winds within these storms. If you just joined us, we're following the tornado warning, which is in Quitman and Pinellas counties in northwest Mississippi, as well as the thunderstorm warning for Tunica, Coahoma, and Quitman counties, all in northwestern Mississippi. The tornado warning cell, right now the tornado is still over the Tallahatchie River, approaching the county line of Quitman and Pinellas counties. This will be crossing into Pinellas County soon and be affecting them. Right now, Batesville, you look to be almost in the, or I won't say you're in the clear just yet, but we'll have to see how fast this storm, see how this storm evolves over the next few, 30 minutes or so. This storm has some strong winds. Batesville, you'll definitely be affected by those, I would say. And absolutely strong winds. Go ahead and finish up this update so I can get back to you guys. Okay, that is updated. I want to see if I have any information I can pass along to you about this storm here in Pinellas County. It looks like it's starting to actually strengthen more. See if I can get an update on that radar imagery. See if I can get to the top of this. Let's see. Residents in Sardis, Sledge, Marks, Como, and Kennesaw County should seek shelter immediately. Severe thunderstorm, and so it begins. Tornado watch. So evidently there's a tornado watch now. been focusing so much on these two storms. I haven't had time to look at social media or anything. But this storm looks actually to be strengthening some. Okay, northern Mississippi is all under a tornado watch. Let me quickly post that to Twitter and to my social media. Tornado watch for North Mississippi until, when is that until? I should have looked up when it was until, probably later this evening. This is until 11 p.m. CDT. Hashtag this weather. Okay, we'll go ahead and look. Okay, I'm back on live. I'm back, and you can, as you can see, let me go put this velocity into motion. As you can see, we actually seen the storm trying to look like more of a tornado. Finally, after hours of trying for it to wait, this doesn't look as bad as some of the other. This does not look as bad as some of the other tornado signatures as I have seen. It's now crossing over into Pinellas County as we speak. Let me look at some of the other radar products that we have. Not really seeing a lot in the sign of a tornado. Let me go back to this one right here. This area right here could be the possible location where I would say the tornado would be. You look at a different angle of this storm. Look at a few different angles of this storm to see if I can see anything. Okay, it could be right here. So anywhere, you see, it's now crossing into Pinellas County. That will be affecting, of course, Curtis Station, of course, and people along Highway 278 that runs to Batesville from Marks. As this storm continues off, it will affect Sardis as well as people to the west of Batesville, as well as people to the north and west of Batesville along the highway that runs from Sardis to Curtis Station over to Darling, Mississippi. So areas are all in the path of the storm. I-55 will be in the path of the storm near Sardis as well within the next few minutes. And as you can see, they have issued the tornado warning for Pinellas County. Now it's all in Pinellas County now. This tornado warning for the other county will eventually be allowed to expire, and Batesville, you are now in the warning with us. Go ahead and post this right quick to social media. I'll be quick. I'll even show you that I'm posting it to social media. To oh goodness, what was that? Oh. Okay, send that to social media. We have seen this storm progress into a more, looks like more of a tornadic storm. This storm did originate around Lambert and Marks. Now it has moved across the Quitman County line into Pinellas County, and now is in western Pinellas County, west of Batesville. That was just warning us that there's a tornado warning in Pinellas County now. Go up to update I got my Twitter updated now. I just have to get everything else updated. Retweets, edit, remove this retweet information, set it to these two accounts. Build a generate link. I don't need a link. Just send it. But okay, now this storm is totally in Panola County. It has now since expired from Quitman County. Let's go ahead and dive into to see the structure of this storm. As you can see, I am now seeing an area where it is becoming more defined. Batesville, you need to be in your tornado safe spot. The storm right in here is where I am seeing the most likely chance of seeing a tornado. This is moving off to the north and to the east, so north of Batesville, west Batesville is in the path of the storm, as well as Sardis and I-55 corridor, as well as Highway 278, all in that area. Let me look at the velocity right quick. As you can see, it is showing an area of rotation, strong winds down right here. Strong winds coming up that way, and just a little tiny bit of wind here. So that is causing some sort of rotation right in here, a possible rotation. Now, I think the best vantage point to see in this tornado is the velocity, or not the velocity right now. In this case, radar is the most. As you can see, I want to show you. Let's go back to reflectivity. Okay. Storm seems to be falling apart now. Oops. Look at this area. I want to say it's this area. On radar, I'm concerned about this area right here just to the west of Batesville. Looking at the velocity, I'm seeing an area of strong winds right in here. So I will also look at this area right in here. Going down through the levels, I want to go ahead and show you the total rainfall in this area, anywhere up to 5 inches of rain in some areas. Looking at the hour rainfall, very, very heavy rain, up to 4 inches per hour. Looking at the hail core, as you can see, a very defined hail core in this area right in here. Continuing going down through our levels of radar products, you can see the bright white right here. I'm actually going to redraw this and look at this area. I would say this area right in here, just to the west of Batesville, as being the most, I would say, the most severe part of this storm. When you look down through the level and looking at correlation coefficient, as you can see, not really much in this level. Let me go ahead and look at a level, or just look at the tilt above it. Okay, you're starting to see some stuff there. One more level. Okay, I'm seeing stuff now. Or where the possible, as you can see, possible rotation in this area right here. So evidently a very strong possibility of there being a tornado grows. Let's just look at the hail core. Anywhere, a line of hail all the way back from Coahoma County all the way to areas of Falcon, south of Sledge, north of Marks. This looks like to be Curtis Station, west of Sardis. Let's go back to radar. I want to go to velocity, actually, see if there is any updates along that. Oh yes, there is updates. Okay, as you can see, this little area right in here is where the tightest. You see these heavy, strong winds out ahead of this storm right in here. I do not have my pencil. These really strong area right in here, as well as that little tiny area right in here, is causing a little spin-up tornado. or some sort of possible tornado. That's heading off to the north and to the east, affecting places such as Sardis, or north of Batesville, west Batesville. On this area, roads in this area include Highway 278. That highway is under the gun, as well as Curtis Station in this area, as well as the road that runs from Sardis down to Curtis Station over to Darling, Mississippi. So you need to be in your tornado safe spots if all possible. See, I'm seeing more area right in there. It's most concerning to me right now. Still very, very strong winds. Looking back at this other storm that is in affecting, see, it's right in north Coahoma County, as well as extreme north, north Quitman County, as well as southern Tunica County. This is producing very large hail, damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. This is moving off to the northeast. If you look at the storm track on it, it will be just past through Jonestown. Actually, Jonestown is probably getting another little small shower or so, and that will be moving northeast and will be affecting the Lula area in the next few minutes, as well as let's see if I can see the Dunley, Dubs, Savage. This is all west of Senatobia, all west of Como, within southern Tunica County, as well as northern Coahoma County and northern Quitman County. Roads in this area will include Highway 49, Highway 61 in this area. If you're on that road or know people that live on that road, you need to call them, take notice of this storm, because this storm is it was very similar to this other storm, having these strong winds from the south heading towards the Memphis radar site, and having these strong winds and having some lighter winds here, which is caused the National Weather Service to issue a warning for this tornado near Batesville, tornado warning in Batesville, but they haven't issued one for here yet. I wonder why that is. Let's look at the storm relative velocity. As you can see, with storm relative velocity, it's showing more of the rotation, which I think in this case is the best vantage point so far, I think. But there's also some rotation within this storm as well that's north of Jonestown, south of Lewis. You need to be also in your tornado safe spots if you're in southern Tunica County, as well as extreme northern Coahoma County. You need to be in your tornado safe spot. So within this storm, very strong straight line winds. We have this is just about 2 kilometers up from the radar site, producing winds almost as fast as 80 miles per hour. So anywhere on the ground, it probably would be about 60 miles per hour. As excuse me. Very fast winds, 80 miles per hour winds, and 2 kilometers up, but only about 60 miles on the ground, enough to prompt a severe thunderstorm warning in this area. And this will continue a north and easterly path, affecting areas south into the east of Tunica. Um, just continuing the coverage on that was for the tornado warning in base. Let's go ahead and move back to that one. As you can still see, it is still showing some strong signs of rotation. Very strong winds. I believe the by far the straight line winds for this storm will be the major impacts of the storm, as well as the rainfall. Looking at the per hour rainfall totals or rate, anywhere from 1 all the way up to 4 inches of rain. We'll probably see some flooding throughout the area. Let's take a look at the stormfall total so far. Anywhere from 2 to 6 or 5 inches of rain, which in this area it's sort of flood prone, especially if you're going up through Sardis and up to Codewater, having to crossing. I think there's a lot of bridges I have to cross there near Sardis Lake. Let's go ahead and go back to velocity. As you see, the storm continues to move off to the north and to the east. We'll eventually make it to Sardis within, I would say, between the next 15 and 30 minutes, and eventually we'll cross the Mississippi, or we'll cross in to Lafayette County. Oxford, it looks like you're in the clear so far. Batesville. Batesville, you still need to be in your tornado safe spot because it is so close to you and you need to be away from the windows. This storm is very windy. This is a severe weather statement. I want to go ahead and look at Twitter right quick and to see if there are any updates, seeing if people have see, you got the tornado warning still. Oh my gosh, Batesville, yeah, you need to be in your tornado safe spot. It's moving closer to you. Either that or that darker blue just scared me. Looking back and forth at this thing in motion, it's moving to the north and to the east. This was about 45 minutes ago. Let's see, 45 to, let's see. So it'll probably be near Sardis within the next, I would say, the next 10 minutes. People need to be in their tornado safe spots. Very, very strong winds. We have a little pixel now that's over 40 meters per second, which I know for most of y'all we don't use meters per second here in the U.S., but converting that over to miles per hour, 35 meters, just get it in some perspective, 35 meters per second is nearly 80 miles per hour. So you can imagine how strong these winds are. So if there's not a tornado this storm is producing some serious winds that can be just as damaging and as dangerous as tornadoes. Looking at the hail once more, we could be seeing some large hail within this storm. This is the hail. Excuse me. The hail probably is mostly now to the north and to the west of Batesville, continuing its track to the north. I'll go ahead and go back through some of these radar. See if I can see anything. Okay, I haven't really seen anything interesting, but I've looked at this before right here. I'm just going to plot points where I've noticed some, where I've looked. I've looked here. I've looked here. That's interesting. And now this area, very defined. It's right to the north of Batesville. That is very, very concerning to me right now, as this continues to track off to the north and to the east. Putting it back on base velocity, as you can tell, here's that really strong area that I was concerned about with earlier. Taking you on the track, you can see that where one of the spots that matches up with that, and then that stops there. So right now, just right to the west of Batesville, probably near north of Highway 278, the Curtis Springs, or the Curtis Station area. Very strong winds, large hail, and a possible tornado. This will continue moving off to the north and to the east, affecting Sardis within the next 5 to 10 minutes from now, as well as Pleasant Grove. Let's see. Sardis is right here. That's probably there. It's probably not going to affect Pleasant Grove, but they need to be in their safe spot because this storm is awfully coming close to you guys. Let's see, putting it on a track. Of course, Sardis Lakes and Lake Sardis State Park are the state parks in that area. Sardis Dam, all in that area. You need to be in your tornado safe spots. Get prepared. A lot of things within the storm within the next few days. Preparedness is key. You need to make sure you have your emergency storm safety kit, as well as enough batteries, food. Some of the basic essential items that you need in case of after a tornado or something to devastate your house, as well as you need to come up with a plan. I know I'm not the best of planners, but you need to figure out where you're going to go within some of these severe storms in the next few days. With tornadoes, you need to go to the lowest level of your home. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. You don't want to be on an exterior wall during a tornado. Get to the most center of the house as possible. If you're in a trailer or in a vehicle, abandon that and go into a sturdier building. If there is no shelter of where you're at, get into a ditch and cover your head. That's one of the main things, is covering your head in tornadoes that you need to be aware of. Let me see when this warning even expires. This warning actually is set to expire at 8:45, or excuse me, 6:45, which is in the next, let's see, 30 minutes or so, I do believe. Okay, just under 30 minutes. This storm continues to move off. I wonder if I have an update yet on this storm. Let me go ahead and switch radars to Columbus right quick. Even the radar in Columbus is picking up some of this. But this is 9 minutes out now. Okay. So hopefully we'll get some new radar. Okay, we now do have a tornado warning for Tunica County. Is Tunica County even in my? Yes, it is. We do have a tornado warning now for Tunica County. This was all associated with that thunderstorm that resonated from Coahoma County. I want to go ahead and share in Twitter. Tornado warning continues. Use for Pono County until 6:45 p.m. New tornado tornado warning for Hattiesburg. Oklahoma, H-O-M-A. Oops, I can't spell. H-A-H-O-M-A. Quitman. Now, this next storm, Quitman, it's extreme northern Quitman County near the tip of it. So most of Quitman County is out of this warning. Just to let you know if you see it on my Facebook and Twitter. Tunica, T-U-N-I-C-A. And I cannot spell it. See. Okay, I ran out of. When is that one going to expire? I'm going to actually delete that right quick. Cut that and do warnings. Okay, that's until 7. Okay. Radars. Okay, that's the new radar image. We'll take that down. Tools, share, Twitter, paste till, let's say until, what time is it now? 7. Okay, just get this and that and send. I'm sorry, you guys. It's kind of hard to try to tweet and try to do live at the same time. That's probably why they have multiple meteorologists nowadays. Okay. Retweet, edit. Okay, let me go back to live events. Let's see, what's this button do? Oh, a control room. Okay. These storms are continuing. Let's see, it's now let's go ahead and look at phase reflectivity. As you can see, this storm in Pinellas County is starting to increase with rotation, with strong rotation, going to be in Sardis within the next 5 minutes or so. Very, very strong rotation as it approaches I-55. So people on I-55 or living near I-55 near Sardis need to be in their tornado safe spots immediately. Looking back at this one in Coahoma County, I believe that is, I'm trying to, it is now passing over the Coahoma County line into Tunica County, and that is just to the south of Tunica. Right here, this little blue line is Highway 61. It is just to the east of Highway 61, heading to the north and to the east. Sort of a rural area, I believe, in this area, but lots of farmland. But it will eventually move. The storm system will eventually move off into more populated areas in DeSoto County, anywhere from hopefully that storm decreases within the next few minutes. Looking back at radar, as you can see, very much in the way of hail. Hail cores in both areas. This one's near Como. This one's to the north and to the east of Lula. I believe that's north and east. Yes. Let me go ahead and look at some different parameters of this storm. Not seeing much in this other two cells, but the wind by far is the most severe right now. Wind speeds in this radar up to 80 miles per hour. That was with 2 kilometers up into the radar, causing probably around 60 miles an hour of rain or wind, excuse me. Very strong winds, straight line winds, large hail in excess. Well, I can't really say how large the hail is. I wonder if they have any updates. Let's go ahead and move to something else. A tornado remains in effect. Oh, yay! Oh, no, well, not yay. Local law enforcement. This was at around 6:15. Local law enforcement reported a tornado. This tornado was located near 7 miles west of Batesville, moving to the northeast at 25 miles per hour at 5:59 p.m., which was almost 30 minutes ago. Local law enforcement reported a tornado near Hood Road, near the Panola and Quitman line. Locations are in the warning but are not limited to Batesville, Glenwood, Bowling, Hayes Crossing, and John W. Wild, the state park. That's where the Sardis Lake is located. Precautions: if in a mobile home, evacuate them and get inside a sturdy shelter. If no shelter is available, lie flat in the nearest ditch or other low spot. Cover your head with your hands. The safest place to be in a building is during a tornado is a storm shelter. If no shelter is available, seek shelter in the lowest floor of the building, in an interior hallway or room such as a closet. Use blankets or pillows to cover your body and always stay away from windows. If in a mobile home, evacuate them and go inside a sustainable shelter. If no shelter is available, lie flat in the nearest ditch or other spot and cover your head. Going back to the storm now, the storm is continuing to move off into the north and to the east. I don't think I have a radar image updated up yet. It is moving off to the north and to the east. Sardis is now in the line of fire of this storm. Sardis right now, you're seeing probably a lot of straight line winds within this storm. Very, very strong. Probably some large hail up within this storm, and also north of this storm near Como. Just now thinking of that, the hail core of the storm is right to the north of Como, and the tornado is to the south. This is why it's so bad to try to chase storms here in Mississippi, because the tornadoes are usually rain wrapped. But very, very strong rotation, to say the least. Let me go ahead and look at this other tornado warning and see if there was actually any information reported of it. It looks like with this other tornado, it was mostly reported, or it was recorded by radar. Let's go ahead and take a look back and just go ahead and look at the rest of the area right now. As you see, we have severe thunderstorm warnings for White County, and also people in White County, and as well as Lonoke County. We also can see counties west of Batesville, that's Stone and Izard counties, as well as Van Buren County. As Russellville is under the gun, we're seeing some severe thunderstorm, as well as the county north, so Yale, Pope counties, as well as Searcy County and Conway County. It's kind of part of it. Also, there's a severe thunderstorm in and near Hot Springs in that area, probably causing some large hail in that area. I can see the little pink dot right here, just to the west of Hot Springs Village. These all are on a line moving to the northeast. Taking a further look out, you can see some of the warnings in the area. We have a couple of tornado warnings in southwestern Missouri. But that is usually about the weather. Let's go back into this storm to see what is going on currently. We do have a radar. We do have a radar just refreshed. Let's see if I can get a new radar for this one. No, I did not. That's not good. Refresh the radar. Let's go ahead and see if I can pick out where the storm. See, probably right in here, just now over Sardis. It looks like it's getting some stronger signs of rotation. I think you can see it is rain wrapped. You can see rain right here. You can see some more rain right here where that hail core is. And there's the possible tornado just to the north of Sardis. It's probably going through Sardis right now. And this tornado warning, once it continues off to the northeast, gets closer and closer to the county line, and I think Memphis will eventually issue warnings for other counties, so people out there need to be paying attention to that. So places in this warning from Sardis onward include the Sardis Lake, Hammond, and Tyro, which are all in Tate County. So right now, this Lake Sardis area is under the gun. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put it in base. Let me go ahead and go back and look. See, are just now. Let me go ahead and it's still the same warning. As these continue to move off to the north and east, let's see if I can get another. I need to really get another. Oh, here we go. Okay, that's a lot better. See, do I have any information? This warning is to expire at 11:45. I wonder if there is any information. I wonder if that's probably too far for us to get any. Right now, it is going over, nearing I-55 in Sardis right now. If you know anybody in Sardis, make sure they are in their tornado safety spots. which is the lowest level of your home in a secure building, in the lowest level of your home in the interior of your house. This will continue to cross, continue to go up. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and switch it from a different. As you can see, is there a possibility? Okay, it could be right here. Now that I'm thinking of it, see that hook right there? That's in the northern part of the county. I still think it's. Set 7 minutes old. Go ahead and I want to do this. I want to go ahead and take you back out and looking at radar. As we see, we have substantial rainfall across the area. If the straight line wind, tornadoes, and hail don't affect us, the rains will. Looking over the past hours, you can see that cell down in Pinellas County has put down some substantial rainfall, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain per hour across the area. Let's go ahead and take up how much rain we have gotten across the area. A lot of this rain has happened near the Memphis area, from Forest City to Memphis, South Haven, all the way over to near Corinth, Mississippi, getting anywhere from that right there would be from 5 to 6, or 5 to 6. This very, very substantial rainfall across the area. A lot of West Tennessee has seen anywhere from 2 to 4 inches, and that is just with stuff from today, and we haven't even gotten to the rest of the week yet. We've called for 1 to 6 or 3 to 6 inches of rain. Of course, these aren't rainfall estimates, so that's not exact, so we'll have to see. Let's go ahead and take a look as you go ahead. Let's go back down into this storm and see if I have a update yet on this radar. Okay, the tornado was here. That was 9 minutes ago, so it's probably right in here now. Let's go ahead and just take this image. So I'm going to say it's going to be this area right here. That is moving away from Sardis, and it's still in the Sardis. I think that's still in Sardis Lake area. Yes, that is still Sardis Lake in that area, just to the south and west of Taylor. To the south and east of, the west-southwest of Springdale, and the line. Highway 32, if you're in that area, Barter Valley, that's not Highway 32, excuse me. Highway 35, Highway 354, that area needs to be in their tornado safe spots, as well as the road that runs from Como all the way to Harmontown to Laws Hill on the north side of Sardis Lake. They need to be in their tornado safe spot. This storm right now looks to be, oh, okay, I know where we're at now. Okay, it is on the north side of the lake, actually, near John W. Kyle State Park. That will be crossing over the Tate County line, which will be affecting the areas around Harmontown Hill, as well eventually to Laws Hill in Marshall County. If this continues to track, I'm really surprised that they haven't issued a new tornado warning. And of course they might have, but I just don't know about it, because I am awfully busy trying to do live stuff. And let's see. Okay, North Mississippi confirmed tornado in Batesville, Sardis will cross 55. That was nearly 30 minutes ago. So there is a tornado on the ground. This tornado has been confirmed on the ground, so it's almost wouldn't say a tornado emergency, but it's getting there. Ooh, what happened here? Okay. Now that I think my computer has caught up to speed, I think, oh, that's cool. What's going on here? Let's go back to Memphis radar if we can. Maybe, maybe not. Can we not? Okay, I think Memphis radar is down. Okay, maybe not. But it seems like, I guess the reason why they're not going ahead and reissuing it is because it's, so that's 7 minutes ago. Okay, that's showing it over, let's say that's where Sardis Lake is. So it's continuing to showing rotation, but I'm not sure why they're not continuing the warning yet. I guess it's not close enough to the county line yet. Eventually they'll issue a, hopefully they'll issue a warning for, let's see, that's, let's see, 2 counties are right there. Looks like Tate County and Marshall County will eventually be in this warning if it holds together. And I'm getting Twitter notifications and all that stuff. Or that's not Twitter. But let's go ahead and let's continue to talk about this other storm in this other county in this is the storm that is in Tunica County. This will be eventually crossing over into Tate County as it heads off into the north and to the east. And as you can see, the National Weather Service has extended. Let's see, they have Lafayette and they have Tate and Marshall counties all within this warning. Let me go ahead right quick and go ahead right quick and okay, it's not wanting to. Okay, I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. This is until 7:30. I have to remember share Twitter tornado warning for Panola Lafayette, Tate, and Marshall counties, Mississippi, until I say 7 o'clock or 7:30. Storm has history of confirmed tornado. Sorry guys, I'm trying to update my social media right quick on these 2 storms. So the first, one of the warnings has been taken away, as it expired, and now the new one has come upon us. And I did not put hashtag Mississippi weather, did I? Trying to go up. No, I did. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, good. Kind of see. I'm going to save this. For some reason I didn't. Oh, I didn't. Okay. But it appears. Is this storm weakened some? Let me go ahead and I want to set this into motion right quick and to see. Okay, the storm. Let's see, I'm going to have to look at it at a different angle away. I'll put this one into motion. Really can't tell anything from that either. Let me go ahead and update my social media for this warning as well. For the Tunica County tornado. That is until 7. Okay, let me go back to this warning and make sure I get that warning right while I go. This was for Lafayette County. Storm was for Lafayette County, okay. Okay, I did that correct. Okay. Okay, what we're doing here is we're still trying to track these storms that are in northwest Mississippi. We have 2 tornado warnings. One is for Pinella County or Pinella, Lafayette, Tate, and Marshall counties. The other tornado warning is for Tunica and Tate counties. As these storms continue to move off to the north and to the east, they have had the history of producing hail, straight line winds, and the one in Pinella County has even had sightings of tornadoes by law enforcement. So this is definitely a very severe storm that needs to be taken seriously. Let me switch this back to Memphis radar. See if I can get it on Memphis radar. Memphis radar is not wanting to work, or it's just my computer that doesn't want to work. Okay, now Memphis radar is cooperating. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see. I want to turn it on base velocity. It's a tilt 2. I want a tilt 1. No. You can see we're still tracking the rotation. See, that was nearly 10 minutes ago. Okay. We're still tracking some rotation right here in Pinella County. This is going to continue to move off to the north and to the east, moving into Tate County and then into Marshall County, affecting the Luma-Homa area, as well as the Tyro area, and as well as Harmontown and Laws Hill along Highway 310, along that area. Let me go out. go ahead and go back out to regular radar. So this storm is intensifying up here. I was just looking on the radar here, seeing that could have some rotation in those two storms. But these are some very strong thunderstorms. This could be actually producing a second line. There's 3 parts concerning in this area. Let's go ahead and look at differential. You can see there's a hook here, and a little hook there. Very strong. These very strong storms. I wouldn't be surprised if they issued another tornado warning for, let me go ahead. Three areas of concern. 2 of them have tornado warnings. The other, it doesn't. The other is between them and is not warned yet. This is all in the 2 warned areas, Tunica County and Pinellas, Tate, and Marshall counties. Those are all warned areas that need to be taken. Also looking at an area near Como that is starting to produce a hook that could possibly in turn a tornado that will track also to the northeast with the rest of these storms passing to the south of Sanatobia as it moves across Tate County. Locations in the warning of this storm include Lumahola, Newtown, Independence. Those are all within Tate County on near highways. Highway 55 is an impact zone. Highway 51, Highway 4, Highway 306, Highway 5, Highway 309 need to be in your tornado safe spots as these tornadoes or as these storms excuse me, approach your area. And we have seen confirmed reports of tornadoes, of a tornado within this storm, especially the storm right here that is moving. It's now, that was in Pinellas, now it's moving into Tate County right now. But I am mostly, even though I am concerned about the one that is now moving into Tate County, and now we have a new severe thunderstorm warning issued for Tate and DeSoto counties. Let me go ahead and copy and paste this to Twitter. Okay. Oops. And now it's posting to Twitter. Okay, let me give you some towns that are in the within this next storm that are in under the gun for. Oh, where did my tweet go? Twitter feed's blowing up with all these storms. Okay, here it is. It's, oh wait, I just don't want this. Okay. Wait, I posted the wrong thing, I believe. What did I post? No, I did post the right thing. Okay. I'm going crazy over here. Okay, looking at these storms now, let's see. The last radar image was updated, and that was nearly 45 minutes ago, or 15 minutes ago. Let me go ahead and switch radar sites and see if this helps change the radar. I want to go ahead and look at Memphis. This radar. This is a terminal radar. I'm just going to turn it on its classical velocity mode, and so you can see even with this radar, it's showing you where the possible. This is the storm that has confirmed tornadoes on it, so that's probably on. This is probably the tornado on the ground, as well as this storm to the north. That's possibly producing a tornado that's now just a thunderstorm warning. Of course, this third area concern that I was concerned about as well. Looking at classic velocity, you can see some small areas of rotation with this storm. Seeing lesser rotation with this storm and lesser rotation, which is kind of the reason why I believe the National Weather Service only issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this one. But as you can tell, going back to classic velocity or reflectivity, you see that very strong hook echo along this storm that is now in Tate County, in southeastern Tate County, that will continue to move off to the north and to the east, affecting Tyro and Heaven Hill, and eventually the Holly Springs area. That's also near Waldock State Park along Highway 4. Highway 310 is also it's going to pass in front of that. So if you have anybody you know that lives on those roads, or if you live on those roads, you know anybody that lives on those roads, make sure you're in your tornado safe spot. Make sure they're in their tornado safe spot, excuse me, as these storms continue to move off to the north and to the east. Luckily, I think it's going back. Let's go ahead and look at Starkville. Right now in Starkville, we're mostly seeing I don't know what's doing in Starkville, but we have yet. That will probably change. We look at Little Rock radar. You're seeing some showers and thunderstorms in north central Arkansas. Looking to the south down to Shreveport, we're seeing some showers and thunderstorms near in northeastern Texas. Looking down at the Jackson radar, nothing in sight. Looking over into the Fort Smith radar, you can see it just showing stuff for western or central Arkansas, little storms in isolated storms in western Arkansas. Going back to Memphis radar, let's see if it is ready to work now. You can see we can still have these areas of rotation with the south part of this cell right here, as well as the area I was concerned about, and as well as this area. All which are in are fixing or about to be into Tate County. Looking at velocity, as you can tell, very tight rotation, very strong winds in this storm, as well as these other two storms. Not as much from this storm, which is probably a good thing and why they don't have it in a warning, but I wouldn't be surprised if they added a tornado, or not necessarily a tornado warning, but a severe thunderstorm warning for this storm. Let's go ahead and just see see if I can see anything else within this storm. Looking at differential reflectivity, as you can see, you can try to make out the See these whites here and this little red dot in here. This area is the possibility where the tornado is. Also with this other storm, I believe that tornado warning has allowed to expire. I do not know if they're going to extend that warning. Let me go ahead and look on my severe weather app on my phone because that thing updates best. It says tornado watch. Tornado watch. I think they're going to allow that to expire. We will continue to track that to see if they actually do allow it to expire. As these storms move to the northeast, even into some more populated areas. Let's look at this correlation coefficient. As you can see, that you can still see some areas, not really much. Some dark greens here. Not really seeing much. Could be significating some large hail. Looking at the rainfall, though, you can still see some very heavy rain, anywhere from 1 to 2 to 2.5 inches of rainfall. Going back to velocity, see if I can get a new radar frame. This is from about 5 minutes ago. Let's see if I can see anything else. See if there's anything new on this radar. Okay. You can still see that I guess they have gone ahead and decided to let that warning expire with just a severe thunderstorm warning rather than extending the tornado warning as it moves across the area. And going ahead and let's go back out. As you see, I want to take you to the National Weather Services. Actually, I want to take you somewhere. Let's do National Weather Service. Do we want to do National Weather Service or not? National Weather Service. Let's look at National Weather Service Doppler radar. Let's just add a mosaic of radars. I'm probably not going to get my forecast done now. Check and see if there are any other things going on around the area. Okay, I'm going to move you guys to radar. Oops, what did I do? Okay, I want to, let's see, that is not what I wanted to do. Let's see, go ahead and exit out this, exit out this. I want to go to here. Tornado watch. Go to the Doppler radar, or to see these mosaic of radars throughout the area. You say this is all part of a low pressure system off near to the north, and it is over the states of Nebraska, Nebraska and Kansas, all part of a cold front system that is firing up these thunderstorms across the area. Hopefully, once we get these thunderstorms out of the way, we'll be done for the night, but there are still possibilities that some of these areas down to the south can form back up and cause a tornado, or cause not necessarily tornadoes, but severe weather in general. Let's go ahead and go back to radar scope. Let's see, radar scope. They have since made the warning a little bit smaller. And it's now just encompassing Tate and Marshall counties. Go ahead and tweet about this. I like that one. I want to circle this area right in here and tweet. Tornado warning continues for Tate and Marshall counties until I think 7:30 p.m. Go ahead and look just to make sure. Okay. I've lost what I was looking for. 987, so 7:30. That's Mississippi weather. Oops, it went bye-bye. That's not good. Did it tweet or not tweet? I'm afraid it didn't tweet, because I didn't hear a tweet. Go ahead and reshare it. So do I have I probably have something saved in here. Not the right one. Tornado warning continues. Tate and Marshall counties, Mississippi, until 7:30 p.m. Hashtag US weather. Excuse me. Get that sent off to Twitter. Get that updated. Oops. Okay. let's take that off. See if I can get a new radar image. Hopefully, I believe this storm is starting to come back together a little bit, trying to kind of weaken some in a way, going to base velocity. You can see, let's go ahead and just put this into motion to see if there was any weakening process, anything in the weakening process. As you can see, it was still pretty active. It's still a little pretty active little cell, if I say so myself, but it is indeed a lot smaller. Hopefully that will start to play out as it moves into Marshall, or continues to move into Marshall County, and hopefully it will play out before it reaches Holly Springs. Because this tornado warning in general has had a history of having a confirmed tornado. Let me go ahead and go back to the warnings right quick and just see if they have any information. It says Doppler radar indicated. Limits in the warning are included but not limited to Tharacta, Aiken, Tyro, Wyatt, Galena, and Oklahoma. This is continuing to move off to the northeast toward Holly Springs. Holly Springs, you probably need to be getting into your tornado safe spot or preparing to. This storm is it's tracking closer and closer. Let me go back. See, I want to actually go to the Memphis terminal radar to see if it has any other different perspective on this storm. See some small rotation still in this storm. I'm trying to figure out why Memphis hasn't extended this warning yet. Well, the warning is not over until 7:30, so that's probably one of the reasons why it's only 7:15. But as this warning continues, let's see. So they might be starting to weaken just a bit. Let me go ahead and just zoom out and let's put this radar into motion just to give you a perspective of what this storm has done. It's moving out of has moved out of Panola County into Tate and then now into Marshall counties, and really doesn't give you a perspective of how much this is weakened, but it has weakened, I believe, just a hair. Taking a look back on, well, it hasn't really shown much weakening. Let's see, I want to look at the hail in this. And as you can see definitely from this, how much this storm has weakened from being a big area of possible large hail to a very much local area of small hail, which is a very good sign that this storm is dying down and hopefully will not have to warn this storm again. I want to take a look here at differential velocity and see just where this storm is. You can see the storm as it was traced off to the north and to the east. It's still there, but it is considerably a lot weaker than it was, as you can see from the vertically integrated liquid. As you can see, well, on the high res part of it, this storm has weakened considerably. So hopefully, as time progresses, that we won't have to reissue the warning. But I still have a feeling that we will have to do that, and this is closely approaching the Holly Springs area, probably reaching Holly Springs within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Holly Springs, you need to be in your tornado safe spot. Some of the roads impacted in this area include Highway 306, Highway 309, Highway 78, Highway 11, Highway 7, Highway 4, all in the Holly Springs area. This is probably getting close. Let's see, it's in. See, right now it's near Highway 4 and Highway. Let's see what Highway 310, Highway 309, Highway 306 in that area right now. As it continues to move off to the northeast, it will move into Holly Springs and later on to Snow Lake, Ashland, Michigan City, and Cannon. It's also going to be affecting the Holly Springs National Forest as well, especially near Holly Springs and Snow Lake shores. As it continues to move to the north and to the east, and hopefully we'll know in the next few minutes if this storm has weakened or how much it has weakened. I'm going to go ahead and get off of Memphis radar and go ahead and go into let's see, that's about 7:30. As you can see, it has considerably decreased. That doesn't have any. Has just looks like more like a straight line wind, little bow echo, and a hook echo, which is a very good sign as it approaches Holly Springs. As you can see, most of the winds now are more stable. Or I won't say more stable. They still we're having a lot of straight line winds, but there is not that much in a way of rotation. You still have that little area right here that is warned to be more rotacious than the other cells, but thankfully I believe that was going to be dying out here soon. Even storm storm-related velocity has even showed some decrease than what it was. So hopefully this will be allowed to expire within the next 10 minutes. See if I can get a new radar update. And I'm just going to take this and look at it from the Columbus radar. Oh, goodness. Severe thunderstorm for Ripley County. Let me go ahead and post that to Twitter. Thunderstorm warning. Oh, that's Okay, I just posted now, and let us see if any radar has updated within the last few minutes. You see, even from Columbus radar, it is considerably weaker than it was. Let's take a look at Memphis radar. As you can see, it is extremely weakening. You can see even the hook is even more dissipated from it. And so, on that note, I am going to call it or take a short break here, get me some supper, and currently track or allow that warning to expire because there is another warning down near Little Rock in that area, and I want to get supper eaten before that storm moves into northeast Arkansas, and I'll have to do this all over again. So thank you guys for watching, and please within the next few days be weather aware as these storms could possibly be severe and through our areas. Thank you, everyone. I'm reporting live from Starkville, Mississippi. Meteorologist Derek Bowen.